Black Ops 6 just saved Call of Duty Zombies, and that's for a trillion different reasons, to be completely honest. But in this video, we're going to be talking about the quality of life changes coming to Black Ops 6 that are things that I honestly thought were just things of fiction, will never happen. Like, it would be amazing if they happened, like that'd be stuff of dreams, but I never thought they were realistic. But here we are today with the Black Ops 6 Zombies reveal, and it's all there. And I know you guys are going to be excited about all this, so right away, just drop a like, subscribe, because we're going to be covering all things Black Ops 6 for a long time now. But let's not waste any more time and jump right into this. So let's start off with the coolest thing. Save states are coming to Call of Duty Zombies. You heard that correctly. We can now save our games and come back to them some other day in Call of Duty Zombies. Now, of course, there are some exceptions. This is only going to work for solo play, will not work for co-op play at all. And that makes sense because of the technical feat that it would be for co-op. Another thing about this is that you will also only be able to have one save state per account. You won't be able to have like 30 different ones like on each different map or anything like that. It'll just be one, which honestly I think is completely fine. You really don't need that many. But the question is, how do you actually save when you are in a game? Well, as long as you're in a solo game, as I've already said, once you make sure your health is full, you aren't down, dead, or in an exfil, you will be able to just press pause, save, quit the game, and come back some other day. And that is just amazing. Like, I never thought we'd have something like this in Call of Duty Zombies, but here we are. Because how many times have we all been in a situation where we were doing the Easter egg and something came up and we had to leave and lose all our progress? Well, that's things of the past now. Something comes up, you hit pause, save, come back another day. And more importantly, this is for high rounds, because the biggest problem with high rounds, I think for most people, is not only the skill issue, but also is that it takes so freaking long. Like, to get to round 100 takes 3 to 5 hours for most maps. And not many people just have time to sit in front of their game for 3 hours. But now that's no longer going to be an issue. You play the game for 1 to 2 hours, pause, save, come back another day, and finish off the run. Or how about not even just round 100? Like, for the people who like getting to crazy high rounds, they don't have to find a glitch spot to make sure they stay alive or worry about anything like that ever again. And it doesn't stop there, because they're also adding another feature called recovery. Once again, this is only going to work for solo play, but how it's going to work is that at the end of every single round, in the background, the game is automatically going to save a save state at the start of that round. And the reason it does this is because if anything happens to your game, you lose connection, or even your power goes out, or anything happens like that, just your game cuts out for any reason, even if it crashes, right? All the things that used to absolutely ruin games, ruin runs, or anything like that. Now, instead of that just being the end of your game, the game is going to be saving your save state at the end of every round, meaning that if your game crashes or anything like that, all you have to do is reload up the game, and will give you your last save state at the start of whatever round it was, and you'll be able to continue that game from there. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Like, I don't think people are even understanding, myself, how amazing that is. Like, the quality of life that this is going to make for all of it is going to be insane. Now, all of that is obviously for solo play, but there is a little something they're getting for co-op play, which isn't as nice, but it's still at least something. And what this is that as long as the host game is still active, you will be able to rejoin or just join that host game at any point. And obviously the game also has to be a private game, and it has to be an open game and not obviously solo. And you will just be able to go up to your friend, rejoin their game no matter at what point they are. They could be on round 1, right before the boss fight, or on round 200. It doesn't matter, you could rejoin that game, which is slightly different from what we've seen in the past. I think with Cold War, you couldn't rejoin a game after round 10, so it's just nice to see that they added that in, just got rid of that cap that was there for whatever reason. Now, that's not it, because we have another change coming to Easter eggs, because you may have already heard that Easter eggs are going to be difficult again. That's what Treyarch said. They're trying to make the Easter eggs more challenging than the ones we saw in Cold War, which was a big complaint by me and many other people. Those Easter eggs were way too easy. But you have to understand the reason why Treyarch did that. They wanted Easter eggs to become more accessible to the casual player, and the way they did that in Cold War was making them easier. Well, now they're no longer doing that. In Black Ops 6, they're back to being challenging in the main Easter eggs, but they didn't want to leave out that casual player. So what they're going to do is add in a brand new mode called Guided. And how this is going to work is that sometime after the main Easter egg gets solved, they will add in the Guided mode. And what this is going to do is just going to appear on your screen and tell you exactly how to do the Easter egg. No guides or anything necessary. All of it will be in-game on your screen. And this is just an amazing feature. Yeah, I mean, rip the people who make Easter egg guides, but for everybody else, I think this is an amazing feature. It's something that I literally said in the past. I've been saying this since, like, I think Black Ops 4 I came up with this idea. Just make a guided mode just sometime after it. I didn't call it guided mode, but make a guided mode that just people who want to do the Easter egg without constantly having a guide on another screen, or just because they want to be walked through it because they're more casual, just to make it easier for that casual player. Like, that stuff is just what we need in zombies, and I'm so glad they're implementing this. This is just an amazing feature, and it's just puts a smile on my face to see them do stuff like this. Now, that's not it. We are also going to be talking about the HUD, because in this game, you may have already heard, the HUD is going to be customizable. And they gave us an example of 2 settings for the HUD. And the first one I'll put on screen is going to be the default. It's going to look similar to Cold War. It's going to have the mini-map top left, the rounds top right, and you can see everything else on screen too. Now, I know a lot of people don't really like this, especially the mini-map. A lot of people complained about that, even though it is pretty useful, to be completely honest. But if you don't like it, then it could be completely customizable, because they give us this next setting, which is called Black Ops 3, and it's supposed to match how Black Ops 3's HUD looked. And as you guys can see, it moved the rounds, the perks, your field upgrade, and most importantly for a lot of people, it removed the minimap entirely. And honestly, I just love customizable stuff, and a customizable HUD is going to be amazing. I really hope they make it to where you can really personalize it, like you design the HUD for yourself, but I don't know if that's what's going to happen. We're probably going to deal with a lot of presets that you just have to find your favorite one out of all of them, but regardless, this is stuff I love to see. Now, one thing I do have to mention about the 2 HUDs that I really don't like is, why is there an emote and spray menu on the screen? Get that off the screen. I really hope that doesn't have to be there, because it's on both of them and it looks terrible. The last thing I'll mention about this is that the only other HUD setting is that we know of is immerse, which is just literally no HUD. So that's something else you should keep in mind. And that's really it for all the major quality of life changes coming to the game. And they are amazing. Like, these are just so cool. I love them so much. I love Treyarch for this. They always do everything right. I'm never going to ever say an ill word about Treyarch ever again. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on everything we've talked about here. Head down in the comment section. Let me know how much you love Treyarch and why everything they're doing is absolutely perfect. Regardless, though, that's going to wrap it up for me. If you guys did enjoy the video, I appreciate if you guys dropped a like, subscribe, bell, share, any of that great stuff. But I'm gonna go, and I'll catch you guys in the next Black Ops 6 video.